Okay. Thanks.
And rolling.
Where do I start? Honestly, I never really thought I would make this video. I'm guessing a lot of you are probably going to feel pretty let down by this. You might even feel a bit betrayed. But I'm guessing you probably just feel lied to. And that's because you have been. I lied to you. So clearly, I'm a piece of shit, right? I never asked any of you to look up to me. I'm not your God. I am not a king. I am a man. I am fallible. All I ever wanted to do on here was to be relatable and to be personal, to be your friend. I never asked to be pedestalized. I never asked for any of that. So I want to make it very clear. In this video, I will not be apologizing for a mistake I made. I'm simply owning up to that mistake and taking accountability as a man. And that is why you will not hear me say sorry today. Because the truth of the matter is, right, making this video right now is debatably one of the most selfless things I have ever done in my entire life. You know, the real truth of it is that I could continue to lie about this, keep making money from it, and none of you would ever know, just as most of your favorite fitness influencers do. And do you know why they do that? Sure, yes, some of them likely use it for financial and social gain, of course. But the real reason is because the fitness industry is toxic as shit. I am going to be crucified for this shit. And that is why people are so afraid to talk about it. Logistically speaking, this is a very stupid decision I'm making to talk about this. Specifically, financially. Right now, I'm making more money than I ever have in my entire life. I made 10 grand off of YouTube alone last month. And the reality of this is that this could cause a lot of you to withdraw your support from me and essentially undermine everything I have worked so hard to build. But I cannot profit off a lie anymore. You know, this has eaten me alive for some time now. You know, the way I see it, you guys gave me this platform and you can take it away if you want. You know, if I'm to be crucified on the internet for telling the truth and that is my fate, then I accept my fate. So yeah, just over 3 years ago now, I took a SARM. Now, this is not quite a traditional steroid. You know, this is probably a category below, but nonetheless, it is still a performance-enhancing drug. The compound that I took was MK2866, more commonly known as Ostarine. I purchased them in 15 milligram tablets and I cut them in half. So I was taking 7.5 milligrams of Ostarine every day, and I did that for a month and some change. Now, I am not trying to defend what I did or sugarcoat what I did by any means, but understand that women who take Ostarine, they take more than that, okay? So this was an extremely minimal and conservative dose of the drug I was taking. Right off the top of my head, I remember it making me significantly stronger in the gym. It definitely leaned out my physique, but not only that, it definitely dried out the body. It just made me appear a lot less watery. In lame terms, what it did for me is it just gave me this freaky, unnatural look that you could not achieve without a drug. As far as size goes, I don't remember it making me exceptionally bigger than I already was, but I do remember putting on some size. What it seemed to do for me, and this is like the best way I can articulate it, is it seemed to keep me the same size, but it just made me drastically leaner at that size. It was crazy, it was wild. So yeah, you should definitely take it. Don't take it. Based off my research, this was the friendliest and safest inside the SARM community in terms of side effects. And considering it was my first time taking anything, you know, I just wanted to get my feet wet. Little did I know, this was the start of a living nightmare for me. It completely crashed my testosterone. I was between 1 and 200 for a very long time. I honestly don't know how I didn't kill myself. I had severe depression. You know, my dick didn't work. And I had no motivation to do anything ever. I could barely move. I was so tired. I would go to sleep. I'd sleep 10 to 12 hours and I would still wake up just completely fatigued. I lost a lot of muscle. I lost everything I had gained from the performance-enhancing drug and more. The muscle literally atrophied. So I lost all the size I had gained from the drug and more. And on top of that, I was now left with cripplingly low testosterone levels. Let's make a long story short. I've spent the past 3 years of my life naturally nursing my testosterone levels back to health. And I have been completely drug-free, completely natural since then. My current physique is completely natural and I look the best I ever have in my entire life. I'm cutting weight right now, so I am a bit weak, but a couple months ago when I was bulked up, I was the strongest I've ever been in my entire life as well. I am firmly against the use of anabolic steroids and will continue to push the natural agenda inside bodybuilding and will champion for overall natural progression of one's body. And that's why you can expect to continue to see me make content catering towards natural lifters, and that's why I will be marketing myself as well as my current physique as natural. For example, when somebody asks me in person if I'm natural, I say yes, because my current physique is representative and indicative of a natural body. I'm not asking you to completely agree with me here, and I'm not even asking for your forgiveness. I'm simply asking that you respect my decision that I made today to be honest. When quite frankly, we live in a world where it's much easier to lie and be deceitful towards each other. That's all I have to say. I don't know why I did it. I was just a stupid kid. I had a tough time growing up. I just never really felt like I was enough. And I think that's why I got into social media in the first place. To get that attention that I never got. And what did I do once I got that attention? I lied to you all. But I hope in time that you can forgive me.